Hello everyone, Daisy here again with another layout for Sunday Funday here on Spiegel Mom Scraps. And you just see me kind of putting together this background. I am using a sketch, the July 1st sketch from Stuck Sketches, and I included a copy of it at the beginning of the video, and I will put the link below. And this sketch required kind of a vertical column down the center with a large title. Excuse me. So I am going to be using these two photos of my daughters at the 4th of July. And they actually printed out way smaller than I wanted them to. I wanted them to be a 4x4, but my Canon selfie was just giving me so much trouble that I just said, whatever, I'm going to use what I have. So I have these two that are approximately 2x3 photos. Now this week on Spiegel Mom Scraps, we are celebrating birthdays, and we are supposed to scrap a birthday that we normally wouldn't scrap. The suggestions were like your birthday or a celebrity birthday. So I chose to do a 4th of July layout because it's kind of the birthday of the US, and so I'm very loosely adhering to the theme for this week. Now that title I printed off using my silhouette portrait, and it is a font that I got from dafont.com. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but if you really want to know, I could probably figure out which one. And I used two fonts off of dafont.com. The background paper, the ombre paper that I'm using, I believe it's from the Solstice collection, and I can't remember. I think it might be Fancy Pants, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't have the branding strip anymore, so I don't remember. And then the blue border background, that is a paper from Amy Tangerine from the Better Together collection. And I did gut that blue paper, so the other side is that red and blue kind of brush strokes, and I will use some of that as well. Here I'm just painting the little letters, and I am trying out a couple of different colors, but I do end up going with a red watercolor from Michaels. And yeah. So I do end up using quite a few products from Spiegel Mom Scraps on this layout. Not until the end, but you can kind of see a couple of them there. I do use the chunky Cork Stars and a new sequin mix for July called Honor Guard. It's a beautiful red and blue. And then I also use the Stargazer sequin mix, which I just got and is fantastic. It's like these lovely little kind of iridescent star sequins, and they're just gorgeous. Now this layout was a little bit challenging just because I don't usually do themey layouts, and so I really even the whole red, white, and blue color scheme was like a lot for me. It was hard for me to do because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is just screaming 4th of July to me, which is usually not something that I like, I guess. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like for Christmas stuff, I don't use red and green because it's too themey and too like on the nose, I guess. And so the red, white, and blue was kind of, I was struggling with too. But I end up really loving this layout in the end. So that red and white polka dot paper, that is from a 2013 line from Echo Park called Head Over Heels. And then again, that red and blue kind of watercolor stripes, those are from the Better Together paper. As is that navy blue, it's the other side. And then I'll pull in that blue and white strip that you see over on the left-hand side. That is the branding strip off of this paper. So Spiegel Mom Scraps carries not only sequins, but if you've ever been there before, they also carry cork and felt die cut shapes. And we just found out that they're going to be discontinued, which is super sad because I love them. So if you're interested in buying any of them, you need to hurry on over to the shop and get your hands on them now, because as soon as she runs out of stock, she's not going to be restocking them anymore. So I know that a lot of people really enjoy like the felt clouds and like the cork stars and hearts and even the butterflies. So if you're looking for any of them, you need to head on over, and you can use my code, which is Daisie15, um, and you get 15% off. So I would hurry on over there before it's too late and you miss out. So I'm just gluing things down, and I apologize for the kind of being off screen, but I had changed a little bit of my setup here. I got a new light, which it's an OT light, and I'm trialing it where I have it now, and I had to move my like tripod piece, and so I didn't realize that it made my camera go so far up. Like I knew it was a little bit up, but it's a whole probably 6 inches more than I thought. So that's why I'm off screen a little bit here, and I will correct that. So I do apologize, but it's just me gluing stuff down, so you're not really missing a whole lot there. And the pictures, like I said, are of my daughters watching the fireworks on the 4th of July. And we go to the special spot. We actually go to the wrong side of the river. And I know you can't see me right now, but I'm doing like air quotes around that. We sit on the side of the river where they shoot off the fireworks. Instead of if you sat on the other side in that park, they have like a lot of activities going on. There's like a boat parade where they all go through with their, you know, lights on and everything, and they've got you know, other fun things going on. And we sit on the other side right where they shoot off the fireworks. We are literally, we can see them shooting off the fireworks. We're really close to them, and so the fireworks are always so big and beautiful and bright, and they're like right in front of us, and it's an amazing place to be, to watch them. So I always try to get some kind of picture. I like these ones behind them with the firework in front of them, and so that's kind of what this is. And it's actually the same picture, I just printed it twice. And like I said, I was trying to get it in like a 4x4 size, but my Canon selfie was just, oh my gosh. Sometimes I get so frustrated with it, it won't print it the way I want, which I don't understand. If it's something I'm doing wrong. I mean, I've had it for quite a few years and I always have this issue, but this was an Instagram photo, so I think maybe that's what the problem was, is that it wouldn't do the right or the size that I wanted. So yeah. But that does leave some big gaps above and below the photos, which allow for my embellishment clusters. I do wish I had dug out maybe a couple more embellishments, but I do really like the way this turns out. I get to pull out some Stardust stickles, which is something I haven't used in quite some time, and I use that to color some of the Cork stars. Not really color, just add some sparkle to it. So now at this point, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, this is really red, white, and blue, and I don't know if I really like it, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I am just gonna keep adding. So I'm pulling out the Honor Guard sequin mix. And again, this is one of the new mixes, and it is a gorgeous color of red, and the blue, depending on the light you look at it in, it could be like a teal almost, but then you turn it the other way and it's really blue. So I pull out some of them, and then two of the big blue stars, and I make some clusters around my photos, and then I decide, because in the sketch there's some strips up at the top, I decided to do a strip of sequins up there as well. And I will add a stripe of the red and white paper. So I was just kind of showing you the stargazers there that I'm using. Those are the little star sequins, and I just keep piling them on. And yeah, I end up really loving the way this turns out. So this week, all of the Sparklers design team are going to be using this birthday inspiration probably more closely than I did here, but please be sure you subscribe to the Spiegel Mom Scraps channel so that you can see everything that they create. Head on over to the blog and see what the ladies there are creating. There's always a bunch of talented women posting. So see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.